they're running it through part of the frame from one side of the trailer to the other. And we're not talking about heavy duty straps. We're talking about those ones you go to Walmart that you'd get used for a lawnmower, or the kind you'd use to like strap something down to the bed of your truck, like moving a washer or dryer. Those are only rated for like 500-600 pounds. And that's static weight. That's non-moving weight. And then they're gonna run it through the frame in pinch points for something that's gonna move because it's sitting on a trailer that has suspension, and then it itself has suspension. So essentially, you're using something that's gonna saw itself in half. And then don't get me started with the people that are hauling cars and they cross their straps front and rear just because it gives them more tension. Yeah, it's not a good idea. It's a really bad idea, because if you lose one strap on a cross strap setup, that means all your tension for holding something down is now gone, and it's free. Whereas if you have 4 straight anchor points, you're not relying on the tension from your other straps to help hold something in place. Like, I was watching a video Bleepin' G put out about how he tows his tow rigs, or how he does his tow rig when he hauls his Comanche and stuff. And he used a little scale car model setup to show you that if you lose one strap point on a load like that, where they're crossed, you no longer have tension to hold anything in place, because it goes from being taut by using the X, essentially, the geometric strength of an X, or a cross brace, as you might put it if you were a engineering, or somebody that does engineering, whatever that word is. Yeah, you lose all strength, and it loosey-goosey. You don't want loosey-goosey with hauling vehicles. Loosey-goosey is bad. It's very, very bad. Whereas if you use straight from your anchor points and non-crossing, you lose one, you still have 3 holding it in place. Run straps through the frames of things. Spend the extra money. Go buy another strap and use the hooks on the ends for what they're meant for. Oh, and when it comes to those hooks, always put the load to the inside of the hook, not the outside. Because it's a lot harder to bend this part out than to bend this part out. Learned that one from watching, what is it? Western Towing, I think it is, or something. It's the guy that, he's out of Missouri, and he runs a tow truck company. I'll look it up and I'll put it in somewhere in this. I might throw it up over the screen. Something trying with editing. Maybe I'll learn how to do that. Oh, we're going through Round Rock. Not to be confused with Little Rock. But yeah. Lots of things you see driving a truck. your attention 100% of the time just looking straight ahead. You look to the left occasionally, you look to the right occasionally, and you check your mirrors while doing that. Or you're grabbing a soda and you're taking a drink, or something will flash, catch your eye. Peripherals. Those come in real handy when doing stuff like this kind of driving. Peripherals. Yeah, peripheral vision. Peripherals is your mouse and keyboard. Wow, you're gonna love the English language. It's not the hardest, but it's up there. It's up there. Easy to learn, hard to understand. Hard to understand. Well, I guess it would be. I can't say it'd be easy to learn because I speak it. That's what I grew up learning. I am not the bilingual type either. I tried taking Spanish in college for the year and a half I went. Well, it was not very quick to pick up. I can count to 20. I can do a basic understanding of some words. But when it comes down to just like fluently understanding and comprehending, no. New. Like I know there's the feminine and masculine, is it not prefixes, but sounds, vowels. Depending on what vowel you're using is whether or not it's masculine or feminine. Which, like, all the languages in the world use it, I think, except English. It's good. It's sweet to start with, and then it's got a little bit of a kick from the habanero. Sorry, traffic's slowing down, so I gotta pay a little more attention to where and what I'm doing. Where I'm going and what I'm doing. Here we go. Thought for you. Do you ever have a conversation or you write things down and you forget to write down the important things because you thought them? Like I tried writing a short story back in high school for class, and I would always forget to write down all the quote-unquote filler part because I was thinking it. Like where you'd go and you'd write down, he made such and such decision because of such and such reason. I would think of the reasons and forget to write them because I was thinking it out in my head. Ooh, he got a flat tire on a trailer. That ain't good. Especially not right here. Yeah, I do that when I talk. I am doing 27 miles an hour in a 70-mile-an-hour zone. That's sad. I know people, I am not talking while I'm eating. I am sucking on my jerky like it was meant to be eaten, or more or less like I've got a dip in. So it's still that solid piece I just stuck in my mouth. It's just softened and rolled. Which I guess I can say that's one of my other little talents. I'm very flexible when moving things and whatnot in my mouth with my tongue. I can tie cherry. Yeah, I can tie cherry stems. It's not easy, and I'm not quick about it, but I can do it. Had a funny story about that. If I remember, I'll tell you later. Considering we're not really talking about that right now. And look, we got another bozo because we're in slow traffic scrolling on his phone. So yeah, where did I go? And I've got a dude going down the shoulder because he can't slow down and hop on traffic. Where's the police when you need it? Like, seriously. Like, traffic like this, where it's slow traffic from like a 70 mile an hour zone going to a 27 mile an hour. I know I'm doing 10 right now. This is where we need autonomous vehicles. Because traffic jams are just where somebody got too close to somebody else and braked hard, and then it dominoes. That's all traffic jams are. Like, there have been case studies done about it. Mythbusters had a whole episode about it. And since we're on the talking about driving and whatnot, people, stop putting both your hands at the bottom of the wheel. There's a reason when you're taught to drive, it's 10 and 2. If you have both hands down here at the bottom of the wheel, if you've got to make a sharp left or right, you're going to have an accident. Because your hands are down here stuck within that little loop at the bottom of the wheel. And your hands will be like this, and when you need to make a sharp this, you're going to go, and you're going to get locked. So people, stop driving with your hands in the bottom of your wheel. Especially you ladies. And I only say it like that, it's because I always see women doing it. I see more women doing it than the men. And I wouldn't say much, but both of your hands are right there. Not just one of them, both of them. And that's what's going to cause you to have a steering lock. Like when you're learning to drive, they tell you not to cross hands. When steering, you pass and grab, pass and grab. Because you can get steering lock. To go. 2 hours to go till San Antonio. I'm glad I left the 3 or 4 hours earlier than I thought I was going to need to today. With all this traffic. I've hit so much traffic today with accidents and construction. Between Austin and I think I'm going into Dallas here, and then Waco. There's so much construction. And it turns a 4-hour drive into about a 6-hour drive. That, and I had to stop and do a 30 to make sure I had the time. Figured I'd do it earlier in the day when I had time to burn instead of an hour from my stop, and it'll make me an hour late. Or half an hour late for 30 minutes. I was doing that at the rest stop when I started the first video. This is the second one because my phone overheated in the sun. Yeah. The rest stops are Actually pretty nice. I just wish they weren't lopsided. And there's like 4 of them. I know. Like one before Austin and one after Austin on 35. And they're all set up the exact same way. The little water mill thing's pretty cool. Or the water wheel. Water windmill. Blinker. Blinker. For the love of God, people, use your blinkers. They're there for a reason. I don't know how many times I see somebody looking to their right or their left like 5 or 6 times to see if it's clear. Never once do they hit their blinker. If you turn your blinkers on, you only have to look once or twice at your mirror because you'll be telling everybody around you, hey, I plan on changing lanes. Like, people have lost common sense. I swear in the last 10 years, people have stopped gaining common sense. Ridiculous. And for the people that you see this and you do that, stop. Stop driving like you got your license out of a Cracker Jack box. And if you can't do the speed limit on the interstate, don't use the interstate. I don't know how many people I've come upon doing 55 and a 65, 70, 80 mile an hour zone, doing 55. Yeah, you're in the right lane for slow traffic, but it's a royal pain in the ass and a safety hazard for somebody in a semi to be going 65, 70, 75 miles an hour and to roll upon your slow driving, don't want to do the speed limit, but I'm going to use the road ass. And I know cops give tickets out for that. You can get a ticket for driving under the speed limit. And it'll be the same charge as driving over the speed limit. Reckless driving. Or reckless endangerment, depending on how low. I think it's like 20 over the speed limit. You get your reckless endangerment charge with a ticket, which I'm not mistaken is a felony. Yeah, you can get that for going too slow. Back to what I was talking about. Or just my rambling. Like again, if you read my title, if you read my channel description, I'm just running my mouth and talking about whatever pops into my head. Came to Texas, wanted to go to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's doesn't allow 18-wheelers on the property. Well, that sucks. Been wanting to try Whataburger. Can't find any that have access from the interstate that would be truck friendly. Well, that sucks too. in and out. Like, I'm not asking these places to have that, but it's like, dang.